Welcome to today's LeetCode problem, rotate image. So, in this problem, we are given a matrix that is a 2D matrix of n into n order. It can be 3 into 3 matrix or 4 into 4 matrix or whatever the n is. So, here, for example, if we take the 3 into 3 matrix, what we have to do is we have to convert it into 90 degrees rotation after matrix, that is we have to rotate it by 90 degrees. For example, if you take this 3 into 3 matrix, the values 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the 7 8 9, and after rotating it 90 degrees the rows will be changed but the center will be the same. So after rotating them, as we can see in the right side, the matrix turns into 7, 4, 1 and then 8, 5, 2, 9, 6, 3. As you can see, the first row is now turned or rotated vertically to the right side, and the bottom row is rotated to the left side of the matrix, and thereby everything rotated 90 degrees, but the center remained at the middle only. This way we can rotate 90 degrees. Any matrix can be rotated 4 into 4 also. So to rotate the matrix by 90 degrees, we are going through this approach. The approach is very easy. We are going layer by layer. First, in this 3 into 3 matrix, if we consider the outer layer that contains 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 8, 7, and 4, we are replacing the elements with the elements that will be there in the present position after 90 degrees rotation. That is, for 3 into 3 matrix, the 1 will be shifted to 3 and then 3 will be shifted to 9 and the 9 will be shifted to 7 and 7 will be shifted to 1. So for those shifts, we should know the positions of the elements we are going to shift. So this is not shift, this is a swapping. So we are going with a four-way swapping. So since normally we only know the swapping, but here we are going to do the four-way swapping, that is 4 times. So for first element, the position the first element position is I comma j. So after shifting, we need to store the first element in a temporary variable because we need to have this stored for the future purpose. The next, we will shifting the fourth corner to the first corner. That is, we have the position of the fourth element in the left side. We can see that in the shift. The next third corner will be shifted to the fourth corner, second corner will be shifted to the third corner. Since here in the second corner we need to shift the first element, but here the first element is swapped with the fourth corner. So now we are using the temporary variable where we store the first element. That's how we are going to swap the values in the four corners. Next, as I said before, we are storing the first element in a temporary variable. That is, let's take a t and then store the first element. That is to be swapped. Now the first position is to be swapped with the last corner, the fourth corner. Since we have the position of the fourth corner, to make it easy, let's take n minus 1 into a k variable, and then we will swap the first element with the fourth corner element, that is m of k minus j comma I. Next, the fourth corner position is now to be swapped with the third corner element. The third corner element position we have n minus I mean m of k minus I comma k minus j. So now the fourth corner element is swapped with third corner position element. The position, as we already told, k minus I, k minus j. Sorry for the inconvenient writing. And next, we have to swap the third corner position with the second corner element. We have the second corner element position, that is m of j comma k minus I. As we could see the pattern, the first element positions are I comma j, and the second corner are j comma I, and the third corner are I comma j, and the fourth corner are j comma I. So it goes like ij, ji, ij, ji. So that would be easy to remember if you can follow this pattern. And finally, to replace the second position with the first element, but the first element which is already been occupied with the fourth corner element, so that's why we have um, already stored the first element in temporary variable to make use of that in this situation. So we will just swap the second position with a temporary variable. There the first element is been stored. In that way we could swap all of these elements. We are just taking the corners to get the better idea of the approach. So now let's get into the coding part. So to make it easy, let's just write the matrix as just M. And then, as we have already discussed, let's make the k value here only, so it will be easy for us. As we know, k value is n minus 1, n is length of the matrix, I mean n into n order. So m dot length minus 1. And for traversing the rows, we are going with n for loop, where int I is equal to 0, I is less than m dot length, and which is also greater than the logical greater than 1. This will ensure that the layers, we are going in a layers approach, right? So here it will go up to 2 layers only. For any n into n matrix, we have to only change the two outer layers. The middle center will always be the same. And then we have the columns j is equal to I, j is less than k minus I, j plus plus. Here it will go until, so that will make sure it goes up to the last element in each of the layers. And next we are storing in the temporary variable the first element, and then the first element position is to be swapped with the fourth corner element position. We already know the positions that are already given in the before. So now swap the fourth element position with the third corner element. So we have the third corner element position as m of k minus I and m k minus j. And now the third the third position is to be swapped with the second position element. We have the second position as m of j k minus I. So that will be swapped with the third position or the third corner. Here we are only discussing about corners. That doesn't mean only corners will be replaced. Here every element in the rows is swapped, but we are only talking about rows because, I mean corners, because we will get a better idea of it. Next, we have to swap the second position with the first position element, but the first position is element is already been swapped with the fourth corner element, so we don't have the first position element. That's why we have stored that in a temporary variable, and now we are swapping that with a temporary variable, and that is how